Cell Block. I'm Iron Mike, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the ABCs of report writing. Now, report writing, we do disciplinary reports, and we also do reports for investigative information. You have to look at each report as if it would end up in court. So there's a few things that you have to cover because it could end up in court. Every report should start off with a who. That means the person who's writing the report. You want to include your name, your full name, and your job title. Also referring to the inmate who's involved in the report, what the report is about. And each agency usually has an identification number along with the inmate's name to identify that inmate from the others in their database. So you not only want to include the inmate's full name, but you want to include that number next to the inmate's name. Also, you can go a little bit further and say inmate Jones register number such and such out of H unit or whatever unit he's out of to give a little bit more identifier in your memo or your incident report. What is the next thing? What is the investigative report that you're writing about? Be specific. When these things go to court, they're going to ask you specific questions about this incident and what you're reporting. So you need to be clear. And the report is not going to go to court the next day. It could be 2-3 years down the road. So you want to put identifiers in that report that you can use to help you remember what happened that day or what you found. If it's a disciplinary report, what rule infraction did the inmate violate? Okay, what specifically, make sure the action matches up with the disciplinary code that you're writing the inmate up for. Make sure that if you have any questions, you talk to your supervisor or a more experienced staff member and they can help you in that area. Where did the incident occur? If it's in the investigative report, where did this action or this thing occur? Where specifically in the institution? In a unit? Where inside the unit? Was it a closet? Was it a common area? Was it a specific cell? Was it a locker in a specific cell? Try to be as specific as you can when you're reporting this information. Same way with the disciplinary report. Where did this action occur, specifically in the institution? Where did it occur? Be as specific as possible. When? That means the time and the date. When did this occur? Be as specific as possible. Nobody's going to hold you to the minute, but they are going to hold you to the time of day. So make sure that you're reporting a when with a time and a date. How? How did this thing that you're reporting to your investigative agency, how did it appear suspicious? How did it cause a problem? Be as specific as possible. In a disciplinary report, how did you feel? When this inmate, if you're charging the inmate with, I don't know what your discipline codes are in your agency, but if you're talking about something that affects the running of the institution, how did it affect that? Be specific. How did this infraction cause you to write the incident report? If you're writing the inmate up for threatening you, how did he threaten you? Verbally? Physically? How did you feel threatened? When you looked at him, was his fist clenched? Was his voice loud when he was yelling at you? All those are intimidating factors that can be used in the incident report. Now, I said on these reports and these incident reports or disciplinary reports, whatever your agency calls them, they can end up in court. Just be aware of that. I know there's some old timers out there who tell the new staff not to put much in a report because they'll hold it against you if you do. That's crap. That's absolute crap. That's being lazy. You need to put as much as you can inside that report so that when somebody that wasn't even there comes over and picks up that report, they should be able to read that report and be aware of exactly what happened from point A to point B. If you can write a report like that, you're going to have an easy time in corrections. Once an inmate knows that you can write a report, a good report that's going to stick and cause him to have some disciplinary action taken against him, that's a great tool to have in your tool belt. And the word will get out not to mess with you in the institution because you write good reports and you hold the inmates accountable. Now, if you want, you can have somebody review it and look at the report and read it to make sure it makes sense. Sometimes when we write reports and we try to do that ourselves, it does make sense, but then a day later you look at it and you're like, how did I write that? So have somebody else review it if possible. These were just some quick tips on the ABCs of report writing. I hope you enjoyed this. And I thank everybody who has been watching the Cell Block YouTube channel. Please get on my website, www.correctionalpersonneltraining.com, and sign up as a member. I have a cuffs page on there now, Corrections United Fighting and Facing Suicide. A lot of good information on the website. That's it for today. Be safe.